Hi, Nikki here from Purple Patch Fishing. I've had a few ladies asking me what gear I use when I go fishing. So what I thought I'd do is go through today. I've just bought myself a new rod because I'm just getting into hardbody fishing for Bream. And really loving it. So I'm just going to go through what I bought and why I bought it. So the types of lures that I've been using are these. There's an atomic crank, Jackall Squirrel, and I'm running these on the flats. I have been running other hardbody lures sort of on edges and stuff like that, but the problem that I've found with the rods that I have is that they're quite stiff, and what can happen and has happened is once I've got a fish on, I have actually ended up pulling the hooks or straightening the hooks. As you can see, they're fairly small hooks, the trebles, so I needed a rod that's a bit more softer. I got a bit more give in it, so that doesn't happen. Oh yep. Oh, dropped it. Oh. Hate it when that happens. Here's an example of a couple of the different profiles that I've been using. I've got the atomic crank down here on the bottom, and this one is a Jackall Squirrel. So I suppose the next question is, what did I actually buy? Well, I got myself an atomic Arrowz Bream crank rod. It's a 7 foot and it's a line class is 1 to 5 pound. It's beautifully light, which when you're casting for 6-7 hours in a day, like in a Bream comp, it's got to be light. Okay, the grip, I don't like a cork grip, so it's got the EVA grip, which is nice and also nice and narrow, fits in my hand beautifully. Because we ladies, we don't have huge hands, do we? All right. It's also very soft in the tip. When you load it up, it's nice and soft. It's got some give in it. So I'm not going to pull those hooks on those fish, and I'm not going to drop any more kilo Bream. Well, that's the plan anyway. So can't wait to use it. So now I'd like to go through how I set up my rod. So I've got a 1000 size reel. On the reel is 4 pound braid. Okay, nice, and it says 4 pound, but it'll break probably about 10 pound. And to that I've got a fluorocarbon leader. Now I run 4 pound on that as well. If it's really clear water and the fishing's tough, I may go down to a 3 pound leader. Okay, then the length that I use of my fluorocarbon is at least 2 rod lengths of leader. And then I tie my lure straight to that. Sometimes I use a clip, a small clip, to join my hardbody lures on. It just means that I can change my lures a lot quicker than tying knots. And now the knot I use to actually join my leader to the braid is a double uni knot. A lot of people use an FG knot, but I find a double uni knot really easy to learn and to tie. Okay, so the rod length is 7 foot, and that enables me to get a longer cast. Especially out in the flats, that's really important to get nice long casts, so that you don't spook the fish. Then the retrieve, you're doing a slow roll generally, just rod tip down, doing a nice gentle slow roll. Sometimes I pause, sometimes I'll just do like a little flick. It just depends, and you change it up each cast, or do 2 casts one way and then do 2 casts with a slightly different retrieve, just to entice those fish. So it's digging into the sand, stirring things up. Looks like it's feeding, so the Bream are looking for that. Oh, hit. Oh, yeah, I'm on. Oh, love it when a plan comes together. Oh, I gotta get it there, hang on. Right, jellies are ready. You need to take your time. This point, back your drag up a little bit when they come to the boat. There it is. Love it when a plan comes together. This is my little Shimano Ci4, beautiful light little reel that I put on this, on my Atomic Arrowz Bream crank rod. Hopefully somebody's got some good information there for you to help you get yourself set up for bream fishing. I thought it was a good opportunity given that I just bought myself a new rod. Yay! And remember, if you've got any questions, any comments, put them in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe. Okay, catch you on the water.